Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's May. What's that about? So this is my birth month. I've got to wait till literally the last day before I turn 47 this year. But it's true what they say, is you don't, age is but a number. I don't feel 47. I still feel in my head I'm still 16. So there you go. Yes. Magic Sword, that's what we're looking at today on the arcade system. Now this was released on several of the systems as well, including the Super Nintendo, and it also got a release on PlayStation Network and the Xbox arcade thingy-majig. Anyway, so it's a side-scrolling slash-em-up, and random companions join you as you free them from the cells, and you can only have one companion at a time, but let's go through the game as we normally do. So let's have a look at the UI first. We've got in the top left-hand corner, we have all of our stuff. We have our score. We have our vitals, which are done in quite a nice way, actually. If you look, it's like done in bars. So we've got a certain amount of bars. Under that is, I don't actually know. I don't know if the items actually give you stuff. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out at some point, because I don't know. I've just literally thought, let's play this. And you know what? The main character kind of reminds me a bit of He-Man, so you can't get much more retro than that. So yes, we're looking at this game today, and it's good fun so far. Good bit of hack and slash. Graphically, it's really nice. It's kind of very reminiscent of, well, it's like Black Tiger and Rastan decided to have a baby, which is a really weird thing to think about. But if you think about the sort of style of the game, it's very much Rastan meets, yeah. Let's not say had a baby. Rastan and Black Tiger combined together equals Magic Sword. There you go. From Capcom as well. So, it's normally bound to be a good game if it's from Capcom. I'll tell you what, these enemies are relentless, though. Reminds me a little bit of Thundercats on the multiple systems that we had it. But there you go. So graphically, it's actually really nice. The main character, very chiseled there, you can see, and he's got this big fella behind him for some reason. You can unlock these doors by gaining keys from the chests, and the bad guys also drop them as well. You can see the keys in the bottom. He says, not giving up on the UI part yet. So in the bottom half, you've got your magic power, which I think is like whatever your sword does. I think is let it charge and it hits harder, I think. And then under that, you've got how many keys you've got of all the different colours, which is great. So there's a couple of gold keys on the bottom there. They do flash before they disappear, so try and get them. And next, you've got your companion's health, and then you've got your player 2 health. Yes, you can play 2 players at once, which is great. Cooperative play is always a good thing to do. So this is based on floors. So you go through doors up onto different floors until you reach the end of the game. There are 2 endings, I believe, one good, one bad, and well, I don't know. That's as much as I can tell you, because I've not completed this yet. But I will report back, or in the comments if I do, because I might continue playing this after the review's done and see how far I can get. But yeah, so far so good. Just a good old-fashioned side-scrolly hack-and-slashy beat-em-up type thing, which is great fun. Not sure why there's an Easter Island head there, but hey, why not? That's what I say. Anyway, so far it's good fun, and fun is what these games are all about. And it's what a lot of games sort of miss these days. It's, oh, we must concentrate on amazing graphics. No. Try amazing graphics and amazing gameplay. Gameplay being the key point. Yes. Anyway, controls are very simple. Just thought I'd let you know. So it's left and right. There's not really any up. You can duck, but there's no real point to an up button because there's no ladders or anything here that you need to climb up. Although saying that, you do push up to release these guys from their cells. So I suppose up is valid. And then you've got your magic button. Yes, there's magic. You have to push 2 buttons simultaneously. So you push jump and attack at the same time to unleash your magic, which we don't need to do just yet. Normally reserve those for bosses. Anyway, The enemies are pretty relentless. This is why it reminds me of Rastan, because the enemies in Rastan were pretty much one after the other, after the other, after the other. So it's just, here they come, look at them, look at them. And at the end of each level, you seem to get a new sword, which is quite cool. Whether or not you get new shields as well, I don't know. We'll play through and we'll find out, shall we? But there you go. So if this is your kind of jam, then you're going to love this game to bits. And if you've never played Magic Sword, well, give it a go. So this is a boss, and we're going to kick its ass, I think. See, now we've got a different item now. We've got a gauntlet, but I don't know what that does. I don't know whether that increases our attacks or what. It doesn't sort of make things really that obvious what things do. But we'll just hoo-yah ourselves through the game, because there's lots of that going on. And so far so good. I like it. Bosses are nice and big, and then they blow up in spectacular style and drop lots of gold, which doesn't seem to do anything. I'm not sure what the point of gold is. I'm guessing it's literally just points. I guess that's what it's for. There we go. Those are the keys that you can get, and if you've got any keys left over, I think it adds to those, which is good. So sound. Well, it's your typical arcade sort of. I hasten to say tinny noise, but yeah, it's kind of tinny, isn't it? But you got that on the old arcade systems. I quite like that. It gives that real retro kind of feel, doesn't it? I suppose the best way I could describe it is how the Mega Drive sounds to me. It's got that sort of tinny but bassy type setup, whereas the SNES had more of a kind of noise to it when it had its sounds. I don't know, I just preferred the SNES, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, so you can release. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's traps as well. So if you unlock these doors, sometimes it's skeletons, and sometimes it's big boulders that come down and crush your face and the rest of your body. So there you go. So that's the crux of the game, really, ladies and gentlemen. It's. I mean, I like to imagine that this is He-Man, and we're going through Eternia trying to find stuff, Skeletor, whatever. But it's just cool because we never got a decent He-Man game. Even there was a He-Man game on PS2, but it was a big pile of pants, and that would go straight into the Dungeon of Drax, which I might have to actually show you guys because it's just. And there was one on the Game Boy Advance as well. How can they get such a good franchise so wrong? Maybe that's for another time, though, eh? But yeah, this would have made a decent He-Man game if they'd have converted it. There you go. Skeletons jumped out of that door. Sneaky buggers. Anyway, so I'm interested. Where are you guys from? Where are you? Where am I reaching you on this tube of you? Are you? I mean, I'm in the UK, obviously by my drolly accent. But I'd like to know, where are you viewing from? Is it America? Are you from Denmark? Are you from the Netherlands? Anywhere along those lines, let me know. I'd like to see where the reach is actually getting. So, and hello, by the way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you might be on this planet of ours. And I hope that you are being duly entertained by this video. There's a trap. See, I opened it and got hailed by boulders. Lovely. Also tells you as well how many floors you've got left to do. 43 floors. I don't think I'm going to reach that in this review, but you know what? I might continue playing, like I said earlier, just to see if I can finish a game. It's been a while. I'll let you know in the comments if I do. And then we'll go from there. Have you ever completed this game? More to the point, have you played Magic Sword ever in your entire existence? Because if you have, let me know what your thoughts are on the game. I actually quite enjoy this. It's good fun. And why wouldn't you enjoy something that's got He-Man running around bashing up people and this big ogre thing behind me? I don't know what that's about. But there's lots of collectibles, lots of upgrades to have. Your sword gets upgraded every level, so it's kind of an incentive to keep pumping those pennies into the machines to keep going. Or if you happen to have a SNES, then you can play it on there for free gratis. Although saying that, these days, most of these games are free gratis, aren't they? You just have to know where to find them. But there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the review so far. Anyway, so playability. Well, I like it. I'm playing it, and I would suggest to play this as well. If you are a platformy type fan, if you're a hack and slash fan, come and play this game. It's got it all. And then replay value. Well, yes, you're going to continue because it's one of those games. Arcade games don't have saves, so you want to get through it as much as you can, and you know, come back to it again and again till you finish it. Then, of course, you've got 2 endings, so why wouldn't you want to come back and play it until you finish it twice? At least it's not like Ghouls and Ghosts and Ghosts and Goblins, which have horrendous difficulty levels. But yeah, I mean, this game I wouldn't say is massively easy, but it's certainly got its charm. How the hell are you supposed to do that without falling into there? But never mind. Anyway. So yes, May is awesome. I just like getting there. Age groups, any. It's just a good old-fashioned fantasy hack and slash. So there you go. I can't get in that door. Why can't I get in that door? Let me in. Oh no, there's more to go. Never mind. So I hope you've had a great bank holiday weekend. If you're in the UK, you would have had a bank holiday weekend. We've got another one next weekend. So that's 2 extended weekends because our king is getting coronated next week. This weekend coming. Something I shall duly miss because I am not patriotic in the slightest. So, Yabu sucks to you, Kingy. Anyway, if you know what that quote's from, with one change of a word, I'll be very impressed. Anyway, that's it from me, folks. I hope you've enjoyed Magic Sword on the arcade. I'll be back very soon with something else for you to check out. And until then, my friends, you keep it retro. And as ever, it's bye for now. Go on then. Watch the rest of the vid. Ta-da!